Haka in the mix too, that global element of trying to race towards level 10.
Yeah, the Haka is definitely a hero that has started to pop up on the map a bit more. I doubt that we're going to see the Haka here, maybe from the leftovers. Liquid don't play him too much. They have played a few games with him, but not really as dominant as other teams with that hero. But I mean, we're jumping a bit ahead. Strategies can obviously change, so let's see. Genji is banned out again.
By Abathur.
Abathur.
I miss the worm sometimes. He's weird because like he'll come in and just be a dash of flavor for a couple weeks, and the next thing you know, he's just salt on everything as he gets played or banned out. I miss him, man.
Salted snails.
Salted snails. Yeah. Probably the best kind of snails. Have you seen A Bug's Life?
No.
I have to show you A Bug's Life. It's a Disney movie.
Of course it is. Like, if you talk about a movie, it's a Disney movie.
And
that's pretty much how that goes.
No, I watched it at a party yesterday, man. It was awesome.
I'm not sure if you actually like picked up on that yet, but
I like kids movies. They're fun, man. Yeah. Good animations. There's a scene in A Bug's Life where a snail orders some food, and a bug delivers the food to the snail, and he just immediately just goes in on it, doesn't even look at it, and there's salt on it, and his mouth just completely melts. It's kind of barbaric. That's in a Disney movie. It's a little barbaric.
So cute.
It's not cute. That snail's gonna die off screen. Full Game of Thrones, man.
Deca Diablo. I mean, the reason why they're actually taking Decade here over Urel is, I feel, mainly because it's all about... first of all, it's Battlefield. There's other heroes that are really great here. Urel, ooh, please ban Urel. I actually assumed they would pick her. So, yeah, Decade Kane is just fantastic for Linked. But you give Diablo over to Mopsio again. This time it's in Battlefield. I definitely think that Team Liquid is going to ban out Urel. Leftovers are probably not going to ban an offlaner because Team Liquid still has that ban. Tigers is taken away. Makes more sense. Liquid has shown a bit of affinity for that hero in the past.
And he had a slight buff, extra 2 damage on his auto attacks, which is actually a lot due to him being on the minigun.
Yep.
So Urel ban here, right? It has to be.
I would assume so. I mean, both Blaze and Urel are fantastic for the offlane right now. And I would be a little bit scared if I am Team Liquid what happens if Urel is taken, but if you target offlaners, you might also...
You're gonna let it go through?
Alright, so... let's see. Urel or Blaze? I mean, my personal opinion hasn't really changed. I think the numbers just work in favor of Diablo, Decade Kane, and Urel. 7-0 right now. 8-0, 7-0? I think it's 7-0. That composition just doesn't lose.
Urel and Thrall.
And there she is. Thrall also taken. That leaves Blaze for Team Liquid for the offlane. There's a good chance that they would have gone into Thrall again. They love Thrall here. I'm terrified for Liquid. I'm honestly looking at this and I'm just like, guys, you might have a problem here.
What's the secret here? How do you beat this? What do they have planned?
Again, I think teams are going to come up with something. I'm waiting for the day when the streak ends just because you find a tool. Lunara. It's definitely the flavor pick here.
It's a flavor.
An oldie for the map. And Tracer against Lunara here from DAB.
It's a flavor, but is it the proper flavor? Is this peanut butter and jelly, or is this peanut butter and pickles? That's the question, Calvin.
That threw me immediately into the loop of ice cream, and that I really like vanilla ice cream, and people say it's bland, doesn't taste like anything, but I really enjoy it still.
Vanilla's a good baseline, because you can build upon it, right?
Yeah, I mean, in general, like, if you have a really proper vanilla flavor.
If anything, Diablo, Urel, and Decade Kane would be the vanilla flavor.
You know what's a weird flavor? Apple. Because it can be...
As an ice cream?
Dude, it can be absolutely amazing.
Really?
Yes.
Like, I've had cinnamon apple, but it's like apple?
No, apple is awesome because, like, this is the problem. Apple is one of those flavors, if you have a proper ice cream, proper gelato with apple flavor, it's the best. If you have one of these meh thingies, it's like one of these hit or miss things. Like, some people just can't pull it off.
I mean, I can see it because, like, you have your strawberries, you have your watermelons. Like, I could see it, you know, being good. Just apple is not...
Watermelon ice cream?
Yeah, watermelon ice cream is good, dude. And a watermelon sherbet mixed with a Sprite. Oh. Birthday parties. Instead of cake, you would get that. Back when I came from home, yeah, we would get like a bowl.
If I have a choice between a cake and watermelon ice cream.
Dude, you gotta try it. It's good.
You're insane.
You gotta try it. It's better than root beer float. All right, here we go. And the left side, or on the left side, In the blue, Arcana on Li Ming, Hasubab's Lunara, Sport Billy on Garrosh, Eternal on Dahaka, and Nurok to play Malfurion.
Team Liquid goes up against the unbeatable trio, and Leftovers, they want the second win. Deckard Cain played by Link this time. We're having Bleak Hitney on Thrall, Boss on Urel, Mopsio on Diablo, and DAB on Tracer. So again, my apologies to everyone who listened to this already a couple of times, but if you just tuned in for HGC and you're not quite sure what we're talking about, the combo of Diablo, Urel, and Deckard Cain has in HGC Europe never lost. Every time a team is able to pick those 3 heroes as their core, they're winning. The combo is currently sitting at 7 wins and 0 losses. And a lot of that power comes from the armor that Urel provides for Diablo, who's already a problem with a high hit point pool, and Deckard Cain having the additional sustain through the potions, especially in the late game. Incredibly difficult. There's a lot of CC that the combo has where you can create space through the seal of Deckard Cain. Urel, of course, able to push people around. And the same is true also for Diablo. Liquid, they feel they have the answer. They didn't ban any of it out. They gave Diablo over to Mopsio again, not respecting that pick even after the game on Infernal Shrines. And now the big question, has Liquid found the answer, or is Leftovers going to just demolish it here?
Team Liquid, realizing how strong this combo can be, needs to make sure that they are on point with their positioning, and to help make sure they do not get caught out, they are going heavy into reveals. So you have Wisp already for Lunara as one of her basic abilities, but also moving into the natural perspective, which again, whenever you get a poison on top of an opposing member, they are revealed for a longer duration, which of course allows for you to be able to see them moving around in the bushes. It's going to be pivotal for Diablo, but also Tracer when she tries to escape and maybe run off into a bush, as Hasselhoff will be looking to put out that damage as fast as he can.
I am just interested in what Liquid's plan is. I want to see that come together. I've been waiting for a long time now, really, for a team to find the proper answer to this heavy trio that we have on Leftovers side. And I think Tigers might be something that gives you a chance there.
Yeah.
It's a good ban from Leftovers. But once again, Mopsio goes in deep. Sport Billy, look at that seal in the backline already. Diablo, though, in trouble. Nice damage against him. He goes down and no counter kill. The camp not even taken away since Li Ming is just shelling that damage out, and Liquid is doing fantastic here. Sport Billy goes in, secures another kill as Thrall falls, and the rest of the Leftovers is just on the run here. Boss not even getting out. Liquid coming in, swinging with a triple kill.
Finally, Team Liquid punishes Leftovers. This has happened 3 times in a row on this battleground where Leftovers are willing to fight over this bottom minion camp. And they've won every single time with a rotation, but this time there's a small different element. One, you have the front line that can be controlled by Garrosh, and secondly, you have Dahaka, who is able to rotate in faster than Urel was possibly able to get there. And Leftovers, so stubborn and so used to trying to fight over those minions at the bottom, finally fell victim, and Team Liquid finds inexperiencely because of it. Love the adaptation here by Team Liquid, and shows that they have researched Leftovers in the last couple of weeks of the HGC.
But just as I want to say that this might be one of these games where you always trail behind a talent whenever it comes to an Immortal, we have Arcana being picked up. So a good counter kill from Leftovers here. And I also like the adaptation again that we see for Thrall as his level 4 talent, actually going straight into the Frostwolf pack here, so attempting to complete the quest. We're going to see how that goes, but once they complete that, Garrosh needs to be a lot more careful.
And before Hanzo decided to become a hero in this game, Lunara on this battleground had some weight to her because of this talent level 4, Nature's Cooling,
yeah,
which allows for you to be able to jump on top of the Immortal and do an extra % of damage, 125. So you can actually drop the poison there, pop it, and shred the Immortal over time as long as you can create space.
I kind of myself, when you said Nature's Cooling, I just imagine...
Nature's Cooling.
I just imagine...
Cooling.
You say Nature's Cooling, and I imagine Lunara with like sunglasses and going for a full deal.
I just actually, my bad, I just broke an NDA, I revealed a new skin coming out, it's a frost-based Lunara, I apologize Blizzard, I let you down. She's actually carrying an air conditioner all the way around.
We need someone with Photoshop skills to actually go for a just deal with it meme with Lunara and just put some sunglasses on her. That would be absolutely amazing.
New summer skin, yeah.
Nature's Cooling right there. Be that as it may, now we're talking about the Immortal, and this is really where things are starting to ramp up a little bit. The level 7 talent would be fantastic on the side of Liquid because it allows Arcana to be a lot more aggressive with Calamity and really going for that damage. They don't have that yet, so we're going to see how exactly this particular Immortal is now being run. It's only the first one, but Leftovers is already attempting to mitigate some of that experience loss that they experienced earlier because of that triple kill against them.
Yep, setting up for defense here. Arcaner and crew doing the same here for Team Liquid as they build toward that level 7. The moment they hit 7, you can have Sport Billy jump up, stand on that front line, that Indomitable, helpful against Diablo, and then into the fray as well, can keep his teammates alive as Hostile obviously runs in at any points. That 7 being here, just a small window, maybe enough for Team Liquid to get that damage in.
Mopsio again looking for targets, and they find one. They actually start body blocking Sport Billy here, but he throws them back in. Diablo in trouble, the drag connects, and Mopsio has a problem.
He has a problem, but he's got some heals. It's not enough, though, as Team Liquid finds a kill, and that's going to be a reset. Arcaner jumps forward, trying to get some damage on Party Boss, but Eternal, he is lurking in the shadows. He finds a drag, he hits the tongue. Here comes the combo, here comes the toss. Party Boss is down as Team Liquid is able to grab some kills and grab the halftime show.
Really nice control from Liquid. I'm absolutely enjoying what I'm seeing here. Mopsio has problem with the displacement that comes out, and Eternal is delivering on these drags. I love the burrow up to the top right and then connecting that drag over the debris, getting that in. Very well played by them here. Liquid claiming the early game with 5 kills against 1, and Leftovers definitely starting to struggle to find a foothold here in this game. Now, a lot of the power spikes haven't really come through yet for them, and that composition with Diablo, Deckard, and Ural hasn't fully come online yet, but we are getting there, and Liquid is already setting themselves so far ahead in this game that they are trying to snowball the Leftovers here. I'm enjoying this a lot.
The only major element that Leftovers is going to be missing is there's not enough souls yet there on Diablo, but he's building it up quickly. He's currently at 60 of the 100 that he needs. Leftovers can play defense here. And they'll be able to work on this Immortal. Still has a pretty robust shield. They might be able to get further on this fort than I would expect.
What I just question a little bit is the damage output of Tracer in this case. It really feels that she doesn't have that impact that we normally see from DAB, that he's struggling a bit to get all the value here. And trying to throw out the bomb again. Tracer later on, you know, of course, really starting to threaten Li Ming and also Lunara. Also Malfurion, just name another. Quest, by the way, on Thrall has been completed, in case that you didn't see that happening on the screen. So he has his level 4 quest completed too, which is going to give him the cooldown reduction and the reduced mana costs on the Feral Spirit. Super important, especially when you have 16. It's all about the Alpha Wolf, and then once you can throw these wolves out, you get a lot of value. Oftentimes we're seeing even follow-through taken as a level 7 talent choice if you're going into the Frostbolt pack on level 4, simply because through the reduced cooldown, you can proc that a lot more often through your auto attacks after you throw out basic abilities. So in this case, we don't have that. We still see the Ancestral Healing, which may, the Ancestral Wrath, which makes perfect sense, considering that you go up against Garrosh here, but it's still something to keep in mind if you see those talent combinations pop up in the future.
10 hits. And Team Liquid starts to lock in on their heroics. It's going to be Taunt, it's going to be the Isolation, and Wave of Force will be picked up for Li Ming. I am curious about Lunara's choice here. Leaping Strike can help you find some kills. Thorn of Vines, though, gives you that poke and a little bit more wave clear, but also allows you to kind of build into your level 4 already as you try to take out the Immortal.
There's also another thing to consider here. With the level 10 nearly ready for Leftovers, this second Immortal is really late because the first one was delayed for that much. So it means that Leftovers, even though they're losing the fort at the bot lane now, are going to be in a situation where they can actually fight on even talents over Immortal number 2 with their opponent. And that's going to be incredibly important. This is the chance for the Leftovers to come back into this, to show how powerful this combination can be. Because if Liquid secures another Immortal for themselves, their chances of snowballing the game are fantastic. So Leftovers, they know that they have to really play hardball now.
It is going to be the Vines picked up for Lunara. Leaping Strike can be strong if you're trying to kill one target, and they do have the ability to set that up. But you put yourself in a position that if you jump over into the opposing team and Diablo's able to catch you with the Shadow Charge, suddenly you're way out of left field and get picked off. I like the Vines for a more safe type of play style here for Hostile Labs, and you can also build into that Nature's Calling.
And here we go. 10 talents. This is really the moment. They go for Garrosh, and Dominal already used backline damage, and there goes the kill. Lunara is down, Li Ming follows, and the Leftovers on level 10 just say, we are done with you. Playtime's over, boys. We are going to destroy you, and we're going to take the second Immortal.
Oh, that seems like a bit of a blown cover there for Team Liquid. 2 of your range assassins are way on the left field, and they have nothing in front of them to help out with protection. You had Garrosh on the right, and you have Malfurion right below. And just an immediate engagement of Leftovers. They're able to blow through that, grab the halftime show, and have a substantial lead on the Immortal phase.
And here again, the attack against Diablo. A massive invade from Team Liquid as they're trying to defend their own Immortal. The halftime show, of course, has been lost. Leftovers resetting for now. Mopsio still waiting here, but this is definitely tough times for Liquid. They were so far ahead, and now they're starting to lose that lead. But they're going on the attack again, and Leftovers are starting to move in for the defense, trying to find an opportunity here to go for either Billy or the backline.
Yep, Campus cleaned up on the bottom, so Leftovers can put their full attention here. Eternal lurks in the shadows, has that drag. He finds the Diablo, hits the tongue. There's the toss.
DAB
trying to escape. Twilight Dream, and DAB goes in.
Arcana is about to fall, and that's the kill. Tracer again delivering. DAB showing off his skills on Tracer. The kill against Garrosh follows. Leftovers after level 10 are just done with this. They lost the early game, they lost the win or the fight at the bottom where they were trying to go for the mercenary camp. A win for Liquid as they engaged into that 5v5. But now Leftovers have just completely turned this game on its head, started to take the lead in experience, and have now a pretty strong second Immortal to push with.
That they do. The shields are over half health already, so they'll be able to have that range available for the Immortal before it goes into melee range. The good news for Team Liquid is they have great poke for dealing with the Immortal. Between Li Ming and Lenara, they should be able to burn this thing down. It will probably take this forward if Leftovers are going to commit, and yes, they do. They bring all 5 down. But Team Liquid plays safe, starts to back up, and builds for 13, while Leftovers are right in the front door of their own 13.
Yeah, Leftovers, they are just absolutely going for it right now. This is a 13 talent that you can use to dive behind the fort quite easily. And DAB, after the early game, is now showcasing again why Tracer was oftentimes banned out against them, why he is a target ban. Every time he plays, a Phoenix is banned out, a Tracer is banned out, and he is just doing so much work here again, especially against Arcana, who's just not safe. DAB always comes in from the flank and then threatens Li Ming.
Yeah. Li Ming is one of those heroes against Tracer that she has one shot, it feels like, to put some damage on top of Tracer, and if she just misses that full-on combo with the Calamity, you're just going to fall victim. And that's happened twice now in this matchup. DAB is able to find the moment. He realizes, okay, the main focus for Team Liquid has been Diablo on the front line. A couple of tongues that came out, they turned into a full combo of that. The moment I see 3 to 4 abilities put into Diablo, I'm just going to dash in. He blinks fully. That's really helping his team really grab this lead now. Another engage though on the top right, and Thrall finds himself all by himself. Team Liquid trying to pick him off. LeKidney gets the heals.
LeKidney going in again, keeping himself alive thanks to his trade and the Earthquake that he just dropped there to proc the resilience. Great play by him once more. And I also want to highlight the talent choice on 13 here for Liquid. I mean, look at Hazorps. Arcana isn't the only one that really respects Tracer. We have the greater spell shield taken because they are so afraid of that pulse bomb that we can see from Tracer here. And that was a great save here on Thrall. And again, keep in mind, on 16, Thrall's synergy with the level 4 talent is going to become so much stronger. He already is a CC bot, basically, with all that crowd control that he provides. But things are not going to get easier for Liquid by any means. This is the big question right now that they have to face. Can we fight on even talents with Leftovers again? Or is Leftovers able to accelerate this experience gathering process throughout that Immortal phase to maybe even get a talent advantage towards the end of the Immortal fight?
Doc is really keeping Team Liquid in the game right now. Always offsetting the push as Leftovers started to group up as a total of 5, trying to have that vanilla foundation that we were talking about earlier together at all times. So they're not massively behind. They still have a, well, they are a level behind, but they're not a talent still. Leftovers need to build towards that 16. So Team Liquid has a chance here to move in for a fight, decide to soak on the side if they would like to, and lose out in the halftime show, but their options are starting to get limited.
This is really now a situation where Leftovers could reach level 16 towards the end of this fight. If this is a drawn-out, long battle with a lot of poke happening, then Leftovers can definitely split heroes off every now and then towards the lane and try to clear it out and get level 16 towards the end of the fight in a talent advantage. And Liquid knows that. So Liquid knows, boys, we can't give them too much time. If you wait too long, they're going to have 16, and 16 is such a powerful tool in a team's arsenal that they would have to give up the objective. So Liquid is the team that is literally on a timer now.
Yep. Doc is trying to step in the top lane, and we'll see if they're going to try and go for that brush talk. They step up, put some damage on this Immortal. Leftovers setting up for defense. Thrall and Yrel working on defending that bottom lane, which is the reason why Team Liquid even stepped up here. They would love to get some more damage on top of this Immortal, but DAB showing that he wants to move in. Ooh, Sport Billy finds a Groundbreaker. Eternal comes in from behind.
They're going in. Immediately the silence comes through, and Thrall goes down. He's eliminated. Counter kill attempt here by Leftovers as they're going in deep with DAB again, but he gets hit by the Groundbreaker. That's the second kill for Team Liquid. Liquid is doing it. They're turning it around here. Once more, Mopsio is the target. The Stale While Listen is keeping him alive for a bit longer, but he's still slowed down, and it seems like that might be all she wrote for the Lord of Terror. They throw everything on Mopsio, but he is actually just walking away from it. Liquid dropping whatever cooldown they have onto him, but it is simply not enough. Mopsio walks away, but Liquid wins the halftime show.
They deliver. They had to right then and there. They found the one groundbreaker, it hit Thrall. Dahaka instantly came in with the burrow. Indomitable was popped 2 to make sure they could secure the takedown, but they still find themselves a talent behind and leftovers are spawning as 5. Team Liquid are attempting to grab this Immortal before everyone gets here.
I wish I actually even argue that the groundbreaker against Tracer was even more impressive.
Yeah.
That was great, because without that, DAB very likely walks away from that situation. So now Liquid trying to get the experience. They are going to attempt to poke. Diablo will attempt to soak a lot of these shots. But this is now the level 16 talent that we have. And actually Thrall not going for the Alpha Wolf, instead going for the Thunderstorm here. Not looking for the synergy with the level 4 talent, but instead with the level 1 with the Echo of Elements.
Trying to slow down your opposing team. Oh gosh, Immortal Stun actually on the back line hits 2 from the leftovers. They have to back up and reset. That 16 is slowly trickling in for Team Liquid, but leftovers are trickling some damage on that Immortal. Team Liquid comes over from afar. Arcaner continues the shell as leftovers find a target. There's the Shadow Charge into the toss on Garrosh.
Billy needs to be careful, gets pushed in again. Malfurion is already down as DAB says, boys, I don't even need you. I'm going to get for a kill in the backline here. Garrosh has survived, but without the healer, this is now a really difficult position for Team Liquid. If they try to deliver the final few hits against the Immortal of the leftovers, they have to expose themselves, and there's no root, there's no heal to keep them alive here. That's a huge problem. Liquid might even lose the objective.
Yep. The Wisp comes in trying to find an angle where maybe Team Liquid can come over and start putting some damage on that Immortal, but it's protected by Polyboss Mopsio. Even Link coming down.
Yeah, protected by the way.
Protected by the way. The Immortal is going to be won by leftovers. They actually turn this around.
It's actually really impressive.
Team Liquid has such a large lead.
The double kill earlier, you know, the triple kill at the beginning of the game, that snowball attempt that they had there, and then the huge lead. I mean, even they could have gotten the kill against Mopsio, but he just walked away from it. It was such a great funnel for him because he just got so much self-sustain. And even with the slows that we had on Team Liquid's side, Deckard Cain in particular did such a fantastic job to sustain him through his escape. Then they turn it around on level 16 and go in. Now the shields are low. Leftovers are not going to get too much out of this, but they are still running the show, and it is the lead in experience that we're talking about here. They will hit the earlier level 20 if this continues, and that's something that's going to be horrifying for Liquid.
Yeah, they're just trying to walk this towards the turrets at least to get some damage on there and slow down the damage from Team Liquid. Shouldn't be too much.
I mean, can you imagine this with the bottomless flask even being set up once we have the Immortals in? Especially DAB. If those are spread out and DAB has a couple of anchor points when he's trying to make these plays, he's already such a menace.
I can imagine it. And it's a scary future.
Yeah.
Apocalyptic, man. Just straight up death from DAB. Hasawabs comes in here at the top. This is an even talent for Team Liquid. If they can find a pick or two, it can allow them to stop that gap in experience from being such a large lead for leftovers. Ooh, but look at DAB. Coming around the top left side. Leftovers thinking about maybe fighting here.
Lord of Terror again. He's looking for those kills. He's looking for the engage. Mopsio is fearless at this point, and they are starting to push out the top lane. They want to have least the turret. Liquid is looking for the camp. That's actually great for that off lane, but they need to make sure that up here at the top, nothing happens. This is tough. Thunderstorm isn't completed yet. 2 stacks, and then you get the extra damage, and also, of course, those slows. That's something that Liquidne is currently looking for. And Liquid, they still are looking for that engage. They really have done a great job by creating an opportunity through Garrosh, and then with the Twilight Dream as a follow-up, attempting to get kills. Especially Thrall has fallen victim to that a few times. But outside of that combo with the Twilight Dream, it's difficult.
They do have Burst. If Garrosh is able to find a target and toss him in, Malfurion Root into a Twilight Dream, as you just mentioned, and a Mirror Ball, full-on damage from Lee Ming.
Yeah.
Can delete anyone there. Maybe not Diablo.
It's just Tracer is always there in that backline. And whenever you think, okay, now at least the heroes in the back are safe, all of a sudden DAB just says, just kidding, boys, I got this. But if they can focus him down early, pressure him a bit, with Hazops maybe, and the damage over time, that might be one of the ways how you can control Tracer in this game. But it's tough. Immortal is on the map. Leftovers would love 20. Don't have it yet. It's an entire level, so they will have to face the music before that Storm Talent is in play.
Team Liquid gets a advantage on the Immortal race. We've got about a quarter of that experience here. Leftovers comes over for defense. Urel was dealing with the camp in the bottom, but finally mounts up and starts to move in. Sportbilly maybe can catch her on the rotation.
It's again the play of Leftovers to try and see if they can maybe get that additional level before the Immortal phase is over. And through the push with Thrall at the top lane, it was an important one as this. Urel is now down at the bottom. Liquid is in the exact same position that they were throughout the last Immortal phase. Rush this. Be more aggressive. Find a target. Poke against the Immortal. Make a play. Because you're running out of time.
TAB. Oof, he keeps playing with Sportbilly here. That 19, I'm staring at that experience bar on the top.
Yeah.
Liquid wants to find something. Here comes the Thurnal. Here's a Brushstock, but nothing opens up. TAB's able to get out. Poison hits him, though.
Thunderstorm completed. Poke can continue now. We'll add the slow. Makes it a bit easier for a lot of those teammates to engage. Thrall can also rotate to the top lane again to get another wave, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. Billy is actually rotating in as well. DAB sees it. They need to be careful. The Kidney cannot be attacked yet. DAB moving out. Hazob's looking for the damage over time. Not quite getting it, but that 20 is getting so much closer now.
Urel finally gets hit with the drag here, gets taunted too. Twilight Dream as well. No Ardent Defender as he was silenced the entire duration. But a big stay a while and listen, gets hit by Linked, and suddenly the Leftovers are diving forward. The Thurnal's low on health, but Blakini, he wants to chase.
They're going deep. Hellfire being used here. Trying Hellgate jumping in and attempting to drop Eternal. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Great combo again with the silence as we saw the Ardent Defender not being used by Urel since she was silenced after the aggression. Couldn't pop the heroic ability, but then the stay and while and listen into Apocalypse. A fantastic combo with DAB going in again. The double kill against Li Ming, against Malfurion, and here's the level 20. The Leftovers once more in control of the game.
And Team Liquid, they can't do much for defense on this. Hasselhoff's not having the ability to dash away. Sure, he's fast on all four hooves, but he's not going to be able to get away from the escape. Leftovers have this Immortal for free. Team Liquid can't do much about this. They have to pray for a miracle defense. And with them facing against their opponents, with a level 20 advantage and them still being 3 cores away from 20 themselves, I don't know how they're going to do it.
Things are definitely not looking good. If Bambi can pull through somehow, there might be a chance, but yeah, good luck with that. This is going to be incredibly difficult to defend. That Immortal has more than 50% shield, so pretty much exactly 50, so that should be a keep. And with all the aggression that we've seen from the Leftovers, they are going to look for that kill to go for core.
Yep.
If there is another Hellgate attempt by Diablo, any kind of stay a while and listen into Apocalypse setup, and then maybe kills after that, then this game is done. Then all of a sudden, Leftovers are going to look at a 2-0 lead here in the series. And Team Liquid is going to do whatever they can to prevent that, but it's not going to be easy by any means. They don't have Storm Talents yet.
The Hawkeye actually is fully backed here. He didn't have time to work on 20 for his team. They know the major threat is this Immortal, and they just focus it down as much as they can. Hazuov's attempting to get off that Nature's Calling as much as he can. Urel jumps in, gets some knockback on Sportbilly. There's a Wolf as well. The APOC coming out.
APOC coming out. The kill, the double. Bambi is down, and so is Garrosh, Lunara, and the Orc are both eliminated. Eternal is exposed. He's stunned out, and they're going for the damage here once again. Leftovers are just murdering that corner. This is gonna be a 2-0 lead for the Leftovers as Team Liquid falls in game number 2.